Yo, what up, world? It's your boy C's from theclife.com. Welcome back to the people's favorite channel on the internet. And happy Friday, y'all. A lot, a lot to get into, a lot on my mind. A lot has transpired this week. So, as some of you may or may not know, I live in the Phoenix, Arizona area, and the Super Bowl is here. So a lot of things are happening. I'm seeing a lot of crazy activity going on in the city and around and whatnot. Exciting times, right? And within all the melee, you have one of my favorite players, Kevin Durant, being traded to the Phoenix Suns. Now, as a Brooklyn Nets fan, I'm still excited. You know why? Because the Brooklyn Nets is going to be in my sights, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I get my funds up, I will be buying a stake in the Brooklyn Nets. But neither here nor there, you know what I mean? Kevin Durant coming to the city, it is a prime, like the Phoenix Suns is in a prime position to bring a championship here. And I'm super excited for that. My son is going to grow up a Phoenix Suns fan. You know what I mean? And I live here right now. So it's so much to look forward to, especially seeing one of my favorite players play out here, you know what I mean, on a frequent basis. So we're looking for him to get healthy, get back on the court, and, you know what I mean, make a championship run, right? Now, all the drama, you know, that's been transpiring with the Brooklyn Nets, again, man, poor management, poor leadership, and yeah, we need to get Josiah out of here. So I am happy for Kyrie, him leaving Brooklyn. What a disaster, man. Like that, you could not script a worse outcome for anyone given those pieces. You had James Harden, you had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, only play on the court with each other for 20 games. Like no championships, all the players traded, and you got nothing out of the deal. Like future picks, who knows? Who knows what those future picks are going to look like? You know what I mean? You get a unicorn, maybe. But yeah, we need to get Josiah up out of here. He is not for the culture. He is not for Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And when them funds come up, your boy is going to buy a steak and, you know what I mean, we're going to talk. Anyway, so yeah, Kevin Durant, welcome to the Phoenix Suns. I will be rooting for you over here, you know what I mean, and be rooting for Brooklyn from afar. But yeah, that chapter is closed. Brooklyn gotta hold this L, man. Like this is bad L, man, and we're gonna take some years to rebuild. So we're gonna get my pockets up. And when we rebuild, we're going to do exactly what this brand new Phoenix Sun owner did. Is like, yo, we're going to pay that luxury tax. We're going to, Phoenix is it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, anywhere I move to is going to be lit. I've been saying this for years. Anywhere I move to is going to be lit. And people were saying like, now Phoenix is this, Phoenix is that. But now they want to say Phoenix is lit. You see the vibes out here. The Super Bowl parties, like you see Scottsdale bumping, Tempe's bumping, Chandler's bumping, everywhere is bumping, man. And it's only going to get better, especially all the money that's coming in this weekend. All of the money, I want some of that money. Give me that money. We gonna make some money this weekend, yo. Starting tonight. We're going to make that money tonight so that we can take that and buy some assets on Monday. All right, so trust and believe, yo. It's gonna be lit. We're going to like move and shake. We're going to meet who we need to meet. We're going to talk to who we need to talk to. And yeah, they're going to like send that check Monday. Soon as it clears, we buying some assets, yo. So anyway, what else happened this weekend? This week. There's so much that transpired, yo, with this Antera deal. I've been thinking, man, and this is just me. Uh, this AMC stock is going to probably be a long-term hold for me. And what I mean by that is like AMC is not going anywhere. It's our next Coca-Cola. It's our next. It's going to be on the Dow Jones, right? It's going to make it up there as being one of the most valuable companies in America. And yeah, we're going to like think about it. Like the world runs on propaganda. And what better company to distribute propaganda but then a movie company? Like I was just watching a little piece of the Brilliant Idiots podcast, and they were talking about like the Birth of a Nation movie that was shot at the White House. And I'm like, yo, yeah. And they got a whole nation to believe that, you know, one, we evolved from monkeys, and two, like we are just unruly animals, right? So what better way to distribute America is number one than through its movies? Like what other country is going to make movies? Like you're going to watch Asian movies? You're going to watch Russian movies? Like, you know what I mean? Like America produces the best movies, and the way that they distribute it, because you're not going to put your streaming services out there in like these other countries, right? Where they could just manipulate and do whatever the fuck they want with your content. You're going to want an avenue to distribute that, right? But that's like some next level thinking. That's like further down. But I'm looking at it like, yo, like would I hold this stock for 10, 20 years and continue to accumulate more and more shares as time goes on, like your man Warren Buffett did with Coca-Cola or these other stocks that he owns, right? Just accumulate little by little, because these shares are cheap right now. 10 years with a squeeze or not, like what makes you say it won't be worth $100 or $150? I believe we're living through the point where we are buying Apple at $5, right? So Apple stock right now, I don't know, like in the hundreds or something. Let me see so that I am factually correct. Apple stock, $151. So imagine you can buy a $5 stock, and in 10 years, it'll be worth $151. Now, preface, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but this is what I'm thinking. Like, I'm thinking about holding it long term with the squeeze or not. So with the squeeze, of course, I'm going to dump it and then like restart a position once it bottoms out, like after all of it is done. Without a squeeze, I'm just going to continue to add on to this asset so that if the DD is correct and we believe that this stock is like 6 figures a share, if a mortgage company or if a real estate company or a REIT, a real estate investment trust, like, yo, C's, your shares are like $100,000. I'll trade you one of these assets that is cash flow, and you know what I'm saying? Or AMC goes back to paying dividends once they're profitable, and you have a sizable account. You know what I mean? You could just live passively, or you just reinvest in other cash flow or other assets that are cash flow positive, and yeah, just keep on investing and keep on growing your portfolio, right? So I'm clearly thinking of it long term, and as I'm thinking about this this vote coming along, I am leaning towards no. I was yes, and the reason why I started off yes is because all of the reasons make sense. Like, it'll take AMC out of debt, will shrink the float, it will be more volatile because not too many shares flowing around out there, et cetera, et cetera. Now, the reason why I'm leaning no is because I'm like, yo, too many concessions, yo. At this point, there's too many concessions. Like uh, the release of Ape was a concession, right? And then now the dilutions is more and more concessions. At what point are you going to be like, yo, let's hold up and let's sort of do some inventory. Let's see how many phantom shares. Like my shareholders are saying that there are phantom shares out there. There are synthetic shares that are bringing down the share price. This is a concern of my shareholders. So it is my duty as the CEO to do an investigation. Now, I'm not saying that he's not doing that, but for me, I would be doing an investigation to kind of see like an internal or like get an external source to do that so that it's not biased on my part, right? And I would do an investigation to see how many potential synthetic shares are out there, right? Before I do any dilution, because the more, if there's synthetic shares out there, all your dilution is going to do is just produce even more synthetic shares. So I'm sitting back and I'm thinking like, hey, come on now, let's find out if there are synthetic shares. And if they are, they got to like sort of buy them back. You know what I mean? Pay what they owe. If they sold it out there, they have to buy it back. And then we can move from there. This is why I'm leaning no. It's like too many concessions. There are too many concessions that we do. So let's solve once and for all. Like, again, let's solve it. Like, yo, if there's synthetic shares out there, let's find them out. Let's see how many they are. And then we can continue to play the, okay, release more ape and stuff like that. But until we do that, let's just sit back and analyze. So that's why I'm leaning no, right? I'm still on the fence. I'm going to do some more due diligence, speak to some more people in the community, speak to my homies who are also in this play and see what their thoughts are. So let me know what your thoughts are. And that's what I'm thinking right now. Anyway, enjoy the Super Bowl. I might be back and forth talking throughout the Super Bowl, but we'll see. But enjoy the Super Bowl, and we'll talk to you in the next one. So till the next one, don't forget to drink water, get money, mind your business. Peace.